Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian, welcome back to Hearthstone 4s. We are playing with Catholic Mexico. Alright, so to start today's episode, what I want to do is take a look at our fighters here. I think we're going to go ahead and put them up to 100. We'll go ahead and put them back to the normal operations. And then we're going to go and train these guys up. That's what I wanted to start today's episode with, because we are doing good on fuel. I know that we'll lose some fighters, of course. They'll take some losses from training, but let's get the experience up, get a little bit of air experience as well. It's not going to be much, of course, because it's not a ton of planes, but it'll be much faster than it was. So let's go ahead and let it play. It started in today's episode, where I am going to attempt to avoid that civil war, the revolution, I should say. I don't see how this could possibly be a good thing. You know, it's going to be like a civil war type of situation where they take half of our provinces, or half of our states more than likely. You would think it would be based off of the communist support, but I've read online that it's not. It's always a huge rebellion, regardless of how much communist support you have. I was thinking it'd be really small since we have such small communist support, and that's not the case. It's going to be pretty large. So with that knowledge, I really don't want this to happen, guys. We'd have to move all of our troops to Mexico City to ensure that they didn't go to the other side. That's if it doesn't completely reset the armies. Very few civil wars do that now, though, so probably wouldn't happen. But yeah, we'd have to move them all to Mexico City and then take all of our territory back, and overall it's just going to be a bad thing. So instead, let's just avoid it by leaving the Catholic state, which overall just has penalties. I don't even really like the Catholic state one, and I don't think there's anything that we have to have it for in order to get it, or excuse me, in order to get a focus. Yeah, I don't think any of these focuses require that we have the Catholic state. So with that in mind, I think we should just go ahead and do that one decision that will get rid of it, nationalizing the church and going back to the powerful church, which I find to be better any damn way. It'll tick our stability up, and it'll result in us having less, civilian factories. But overall, I think it's better. So let's go and do that. Nationalize the church lands. We'll get some stability back, and then we won't have to worry about this. Hopefully we won't have to worry about that. Looks like it's still about the fire. Let me just take a look. We got the powerful church. So yeah, there we go. Excellent. Because yeah, I think it would end up being like really, really bad for us guys. So let's avoid it. I just don't see how it's going to be beneficial at this point. Like maybe there's something you get afterwards that might be really good. I don't know. But I don't think it'd be worth what you lose. Because that's, how many months to take all that territory back, and that's all time that you're not getting the manpower and factories and resources from that territory. So whatever they take from us. So I just don't see how it's going to be a good thing at all. Do we need another civilian factory? We do. We need to get one more here. So we're going to get that one building. Oh wait a minute, we actually have. Oh no. Yeah, we don't want to build it up here on the borders with the Americans in case we lose that territory. So let's just build it in the 40%. That's just slightly slower. And we do have to keep building those civilian factories, unfortunately. If we want to become a spy master when we create our own faction, then we do need to start getting some of these knocked out. And I think we're going to go ahead and start with the foreign department. Now, this will be the majority of our civilian factories, but it's only for 30 days, guys. And so I think we should get it, because we're going to have our own faction soon, 69 to 70 days. So we've completed that. We have the Synarchist Pact. So we've announced formation of a new block of nations in the Western Hemisphere. We're declaring that left-wing agitation and foreign interference alike will be defeated by the forging of our alliance. It's going to get a new national focus elected, and we're going to be inviting Brazil because it's only 35 days. And I'm really worried that Brazil will end up joining another faction. As far as the other countries go, I don't know how that happens. Oh, here we go. It looks like they just asked to join. Okay, so Dominican Republic, we will accept them. We will accept Peru in the faction and Venezuela. However, El Salvador, we're going to tell them no, because I'm going to conquer them, because I want all of Central America to be in our hands. So we'll just conquer them. All right, excellent. So got a little bit of a stronger faction going here. Venezuela, Peru have joined in South America, which I would really like to get all the South American countries in that are willing to join if we can. We do have our operative back as well, and we only have one that has a trait, so we'll get him. He has the tough trait, and we're gonna go ahead and have him do the intel network again in Washington. Keep our eyes on them. Keep our eyes on the damn Americans. And our stability's back down because we are back to Catholic state. God damn it. These focuses keep ticking them up. Such a frustration. Luckily, it restarts this because we'd be in trouble if it didn't. We can invite other countries, but that we need to have the opinion sire. All right, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, we're going to want to invite them. We'll need to increase opinion with them. Do we want to spend the... this is what we'll do. Let's go ahead and do them one at a time. We'll improve relations. I know this takes some of our political power, but I think it's worth it to try and get them in. It's only 25 political power to get them to accept. And I don't think we'd be able to get them into the faction otherwise. Yeah, they're just not going to be willing to join. And Venezuela is justifying against the Dutch. Okay, so they want to take their territory here. That's interesting that they're going after the Dutch instead of the British. Unless they already have the war goal against the British. They do not. So we'll have to see what happens there. Obviously, it would not be good if they declared war on them, because that is the Allies, and the Americans aren't in the Allies yet. But yeah, we don't really want to join that war just yet. We are not ready for it. And us joining will probably make it fairly likely that the Americans will start getting involved. We did get the light tanks built. We need to get stuff to support them, but there's really no reason to get that right now, since I'm not going to build any of those, since we still have other equipment issues. So what do we want to get? We are, in fact, almost to 1941, so I think we should go ahead and start working on 1941 industrial techs. We'll start with the dispersed industry, because, again, we're still having problems with the equipment. Infantry equipment is good from what we got from those conquest. Artillery is getting better. Support equipment is still kind of lacking. This is what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and build one more of the mountain divisions, because I think it'll take too long to get the experience for them. We'll go ahead and edit them, and I mean the experience to get them up to 40 with. So let's go ahead and add, what do we want to give these guys? What do we want to give the mountain troops here? So we should probably give them the recon. Yeah, I think we're going to give them recon, and then after that, I'm not sure what we're going to do with them just yet. I almost want to do anti-tanks and to just wait to do that until we are actually building anti-tanks. Which again, I'm trying to get some of our other issues dealt with first. You know, like the civilian, or excuse me, the support equipment shortages there. We have decision available to invite Colombia. Let's see if this ends up working. They are democratic, so they might not be willing to. Oh, they just automatically join. All right, that's awesome. So yeah, we can get all South America into the faction to help us against the Americans. All right, so yeah, I think that's a good investment of our political power. First, though, we gotta get rid of that damn Catholic state thing. So, Colombia joined. Very, very good, man. So yeah, I'd like to get everybody in. We have the focus getting Brazil in. We got the foreign department. Excellent, so we'll have to pick something there. Let's go ahead and get, I think we should probably get the counter intel bonus there, since I'm sure the Americans are gonna end up using some operatives on us at some point. So we need to go ahead and get an enemy cipher being decrypted. And I almost wanted to do the Americans because it's going to take so long. I mean, it's going to take so long, though, that, yeah, we'd be doing this forever. Maybe we should just work on somebody that we're actually going to fight and would be a little bit easier. We might not have this in time. Good God, we suck at it. We really need to get some more of those focuses done. All right, well, we'll go ahead and do these guys, I suppose. Maybe I should have just did the Americans, given how long that's going to take. Yeah, by the time that we get this, they might not be around anymore. You know, we'll just go towards the Americans. I know this is going to take forever, but it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Might as well start working on it now, if we ever want to get it done. Remember, we can speed that up a lot by getting the, and I think we still need to do that, don't we? No, we got it going. Okay. But yeah, we can speed it up a lot if we improve that department. And ooh, what's all happening here? So looks like there is another civil war, the Indonesian Order, and of course that was supported by the Australians, and so they've joined the Axis. And this is interesting because they are at war with the Axis, right? Yeah, they're at war with the Axis. So they just supported a rebellion, and then that rebellion immediately started fighting them. So we did get the Brazil focus completed. And let's go and get another focus selected. Let's go with the, I almost want to go ahead and go with, yeah, I almost really want to go for this. just because I'm like, well, what I'm thinking here is that it's going to replace the, it's going to give us that Catholic state thing again. And so if we get rid of it and use that 75 political power to get rid of it to avoid the rebellion again, and then we take this, then we just get it right back. But maybe we'll have stability high enough by that point. Yeah, you know what we'll do? Let's just go towards the coastal defense plan so we can start doing the march southwards. Again, we do need to get a lot of stuff, guys. There's a ton of opportunities available here, stuff that we need to get. But for right now, let's get the coastal defense plan so we can get the march southwards. Start knocking out those focuses. See what the Americans are working on? We can't see yet. They don't have anything selected. Scientific Research and Development Office. Okay. And Iraq just joined the Allies, and that's because the Soviet Union declared war on them. So it looks like the Soviet Union is doing their kind of alternate route, which is where they move south and attack Iran, Iraq, and Afghanistan. So they are going with that route. So Iraq is now in the Allies. Soviet Union's kind of in a bit of trouble, especially once the Germans declare war on them. And now Japan is going to be... Wait a minute. They just declare war. Oh, wow. All right, so things are getting crazy now, guys. So we had a period, for the first, several years of this campaign where everything was going very historical, and now things are starting. You're seeing many differences now, where we're going to end up having essentially like 4 factions all at war with each other, or with one or two of the other factions, because Japan just declared war on bitchy France, which is in the Axis. Oh wait, no, they're not in the Axis. Okay, I was thinking they were in their faction. Well, since they're not, then that shouldn't start. I don't know though. They are guaranteed their independence. It's hard to say exactly what's going to happen here then. If Germany and Japan are going to go to war with each other. I guess we'll just see. They might though. They well might. And then you'd get the very weird, yep, there it is. Yeah, you get a very weird situation now. Where Japan is at war with, well, they're not at war with the Allies. So Japan is at war with the Axis. The Axis is at war with the Allies. The Allies are at war with the Axis, but not Japan, but with the Soviet Union. And the Soviet Union is only at war with the Allies. So very, very weird situation so far. And that's all, of course, because they tried to demand Indochina and they said no. And so that's how that whole conflict ended up starting. Of course, you have a fascist Australia that's in the Allies. Ireland just joined the Allies as well. So yeah, very, very weird situation right now. Quite strange. And of course, we already talked about this. They're going to declare war on Iran and Afghanistan eventually too. So all 3 of those factions will join the Allies. And they could have joined the Axis because they're not aligned, so they could have gone either way, really. The reason why they went to Allies is because, of course, Germany is not at war with the Soviet Union yet. So we got passive defense. We need to get 1 more in order to become the Spy Master. So let's go ahead and get that now. And I think we're going to go with the Economy Civilian one to try and see people's focuses so we can know what everybody's working on. That'll give us a nice little bonus there. Probably not enough to get to be able to see what fascists and communists are doing, though, unfortunately. It just won't be enough. We got the Mountain Infantry too. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get, what do we want next? So we are in 1941, so we should probably work on 1941 techs and see what all those would be. So we have, the passive bonus for artillery. Could go for that. Could, of course, start getting the planes. We don't have any of the newer ones yet. But I think we should probably just work on the industrial techs here. Go with the assembly line production. And then we'll do, actually, let's go with construction 5 first. And let me just see something. Is that something new on here? Oh no, that's just the factory repair speed. I thought they had a new bonus there, but they added that a little while ago, where that those techs do increase the speed that your factories naturally repair themselves. So how much time do we have before this revolution? 83 days. So not a lot of time. Especially considering the fact that we don't really... Oh, we're still improving relations with Colombia. My bad, guys. We should have stopped that a while ago. So that should help us out. Get us a lot more political power. And how much time do we have until this fires again? Because I'm really trying to avoid this. And it's 80 days. So we'll be getting 1 per day. So that'd be about 50 days to get it done. If we didn't have a focus, we could do it faster. So I think that's what we're going to do. Let's just go a couple days without a focus, just to kind of get this built up a little bit higher. And then once we get up to maybe 40, then we'll change this up. And we'll go ahead and get a focus again. All right. So now we're going to do the march southwards. And let me see if this one adds... Oh, we haven't got rid of it yet. Okay. Yeah, let's go and do the march southwards, guys. Start getting those war goals. That'll give us the war goal here, so... I don't know if that's a limited war goal. I kind of wanted to avoid war with them a little bit. But yeah, maybe we should just go ahead and do the damn thing. They are fascist. You never know what they could end up doing there. We probably won't pull our allies in, even though we could. I don't think that would be good, because that could end up resulting in them joining like the Axis, and then we'll be at war with the Axis too. So I don't really want to do that. Let's just go ahead and get a new line built here and have them move over there. And do we have any extra divisions up here? No, we have exactly one for each province, but you see that the Americans have pulled off of this front now, as they're getting ready to probably help out the British, because the British are in a bad situation. They are stopping, of course, the Germans from being able to do any invasions here, since they control the sea, but typically what happens is that usually the Germans, but sometimes the Italians, are able to invade Ireland as they have here. And so that allows them to conquer the entire island. And then it's really not that difficult to get across here for them. I still think they probably won't, but they potentially could. The Americans are back on the border with us, by the way. So we have that done. We won't be able to do the become spy master until after we have gotten that one decision to stop the revolution. So we'll have to get that first. This we'll have done in about 17 days here. We did get our naval bombers, so we'll want to go ahead and start building those. Again, we don't have the latest models, and we could start researching those, but I really do think that we should prioritize other things at the moment. Like maybe some more passive bonuses to help us out in the conflict. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's get the passive bonus for the artillery. And this war is going to be a little bit harder simply because, and there we go, Germany just declared war on the Soviet Union. We'll take a look at that in a second. This one's going to be a little bit harder just because they actually outnumber us here, and I almost want to just go ahead and take some divisions and put them over there, especially because we're about to deploy these. So let's go and deploy them now, and then we can have them training here, and then just like shift click them and have them training, and then that'll allow us to go ahead and move at least 2 divisions down here, but we're going to move 3. Let's get them moving down there, get the planning bonus up so that we can go and declare war on them, and it's still going to be a little bit tougher just because, again, we'll be equal sides here. I think we should win, though, simply just because we control the skies. Let's actually go ahead and stop these guys here from training, and go ahead and, because, I mean, we're not really getting any experience from it, and they are up to regular now, and just kind of move them closer, move them right here, and then have them come over this way. We do want to stomp these guys. I didn't realize they're still doing close air support. My bad, guys. So we got Dispersed Industry 4. And now we're going to get the assembly line production. Okay. So as soon as we get this focus here on the war against El Salvador, we're going to declare war on them and get them knocked out. We won't bring our faction in simply because I'm worried about that escalating the situation, which is not what I want. So we will not bring them into the conflict. Now, because we get this war goal from a focus, that does mean that we will not lose it. Oh, we can invite in Argentina now. Let's go and invite them then. It does. Oh, I just spent that political power. God damn it. Shit. Oh, we're in a bad situation then, because this fires in 48 days. Let me see here. Can we do that? And I think we can. I think we can just do it if I don't do a focus after this. That was my bad, guys. I wasn't paying attention. I forgot we're saving that political power for something else. Oh well. We'll get around it, guys. We got this. All we have to do is not get a focus and get this up to 75. We should be able to do that fairly quick. You know, just looking at how much more time we have, 45 days. In that time, we could get 90 political power. So yeah, we should be able to do it, but we won't be able to get a focus because of that. I can almost assume leadership. But of course, they do notify you of this well before it's true. Yeah, they would still need several more factories and a lot more deployed manpower. So yeah, it's not a concern yet. So did we get that? Yeah, we got that focus. So we can go and declare war. Let's go ahead and do that. Nobody's gonna be joining this. We will not be calling our allies in, because again, I don't think it's necessary. And let's go ahead and make sure that our planes are flying overhead. And that should give us that nice bonus. I don't think they have any planes themselves. No, they don't. So no concern about that. They don't have any ships. They do have a large army, though, considering their size. Much larger army than I was expecting. So what we might want to do is just avoid attacking this province here and just focus all of our attacks on this one here. That does result in 5 divisions just sitting there. We'll see what they do. Yeah, they're not attacking us at all. And it does look like we should be able to get the win here. Alright, awesome. Who's justifying against us? Portugal. Because Brazil probably is what I'm assuming. They're not in a faction. They have the Latin America. Let me see what's going on here. What ideology are they? They're not aligned as of right now. I guess the question is what route did they go? Let's find this damn focus they're working on. And I'm not seeing it. There it is. It's right down here. Okay, so it looks like they might have gone with the route we went. Perhaps. No. They were going down the monarchist route, not the fifth Empire one that we went. I mean, they could have gone down the 5th Empire. It's hard to say, because we don't know which one of these two they have. Yeah, they didn't do this one, I don't think. So I think they did go down this route. But anyway, they're going down Latin America, which is going to give them claims. And we'll have to see if they ended up declaring war on our faction. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. We could find ourselves at war with Portugal, and I don't know what faction they would join. So that'll be interesting to see. We still have, we don't have any troops training. Let me take a look at our equipment situation. Still pretty short on the support equipment, guys. Support equipment is still really low, so I really want to get that dealt with. So this is what we're gonna do. Let's pull back on the infantry equipment just to try and get this problem solved, man. Because it is an issue. So I want to get that solved. We are short on aluminum, but you know we're just gonna eat that for right now. Just gonna eat it. So once we take the capital, I think the war should be over. And throw another division in there, and that was just what was needed to finish this up here. They're attacking us immediately after. Did we get the win yet? Let's just take a look and see if this is finished. Where's the damn war one? Here we go. So they are, yeah, they're ready to capitulate. So there's no reason to attack again. We'll just let them attack us there. That's fine. We'll get the peace treaty here in moments. That'll give us more infantry equipment. Did we get support equipment? That's what we really need. No. Looks like we did get artillery. It's interesting that none of them have been building any support equipment. Because I don't think we've gotten any from the 3 countries that we've conquered so far. So let's go ahead and take these guys down. Throw them back onto here. Though we will go ahead and take a division. Is there any mountains here? We might want the mountain troops. No. Okay. So let's just go ahead and take one of these divisions. Again, probably the least experienced one. Put them back up here so we make sure that we have all those provinces up there defended. So we have a few things again. We got the light tanks and we got the naval bombers. We'll probably go ahead and do the naval bombers. One factory going towards them. If I can drag these guys down here. That requires more aluminum, so we will have to trade for aluminum, and that's all the military factories we have. We do have a civilian factory that can be utilized, so let's go ahead and build more military factories, guys. That's what we really need right now. We'll go ahead and build those, and then we'll trade. We'll trade for the aluminum that we need. And I did forget to mention that this is likely going to be a shorter episode, or shorter than usual anyway. Because I only have so much time to record today, unfortunately. So yeah, it'll be a little bit shorter than our usual videos here. So I'm trying to get as much progress as we can, sitting on the speed 5 here, even during the conflict. I did forget to stop these guys though. Let's go ahead and continue them training though. Since, you know what, actually, let's just wait until they get their full 100. It's fine. Alright, so let's stop both of them on their current missions. And getting a lot of Navy experience from having those ships out there training. And we got the delay. How much longer? 29 days. We could go ahead and change our focus up, go ahead and get a focus now, and I think we will. So we've gotten the delay. I got the leg infantry, some organization, so let's go and get the defense next. That'll be pretty helpful to have. And let's go and get focus selected now as well, since I feel like we're good in that regard. So let's get the unify Central America, so we can attack those last 3 countries down here. All right, so we should have. Oh, we lost political power. Okay, well now are we gonna get it done in time? We should. Man, what did I spend political power on? Huh. I'm not entirely sure what I spent political power on, but apparently I spent something. Maybe something popped up and I clicked on it. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But yeah, we dropped back down. So that's unfortunate. But luckily we're okay. We're absolutely okay. We'll get it done in time. Just barely. But yeah, we're gonna get it done. Because again, I really don't want that second Mexican Revolution, because I think it would be not good. I don't think it'll work out very well. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take those decisions to get rid of the penalties here. Maybe it's this? I'm not entirely sure. No, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. But yeah, let's go ahead and do the nationalized church lands again. And then we should lose the Mexican Revolution here. That'll at the very least reset it, so we don't have to worry about it firing. So was there anything else I needed to do here? We took that decision. Oh yes, there's one thing I want to do. I wanted to see if any of these ones over here give us that Catholic state thing again. No, they do not. So we could technically probably keep the powerful church one, which I think is actually better. The Catholic state one doesn't really seem to be as advantageous. I'm over here clicking on everything. This one, you know, doesn't give as much for the consumer goods factories, but it doesn't have that stability penalty, which is the big one for me. Because this keeps us above 50%, where we're actually getting some positives, and most importantly, we're not going to get those nasty events which can fire the moment you drop below 50%. They have the chance of firing. So again, I really feel like I'd prefer to just keep the powerful church one and stay away from the Catholic state. I don't see what the benefit of that one is. I wouldn't trade stability for when you're in this situation anyway. For, you know, one extra civilian factory. We got Unify Central America. Again, that was a 35-day one, so pretty quick. We could go in and get the Integrate the South so that we can turn those into cores. Looking at other options. This would allow us to start conquering into the Caribbean, which we can integrate those as well. We can do this one here. Okay, I see. We're probably not going to do those ones. Nah, probably not. And then we have the Seize the Panama Canal one, which we probably don't want to do that one until after we've finished up these conquests that we've got from the war goals here. So I think we're done here for right now. Obviously, I do want to get those core decisions, but there's a few other things that I really feel like we need to get, you know, sooner. More civilian factories be nice. That's one option. Of course, we have this one, so that allows us to move down here, more civilian factories, and then more manpower, so that'd be good. We do need to change our manpower laws up. We still have the same old manpower laws, the ones we started with, so we do need to get that. This one here is more stability. We get a new general as well, Escobar, and then of course we have a better military high command that we could appoint. I feel like maybe aviation workshops would be a good one to get too, so we can start researching those. So that'd be nice to have. So yeah, a lot of options available to us. And I think we will go with the civilian factories. I think that'd be good for us to get. So we can start building some stuff, man. Now you see that we are getting a lot of our allied troops coming into this territory here. So they'll help us out against the Americans. So that'll be very, very helpful. So it is going to cause some problems with supply likely though. So we need to like increase infrastructure on our own. Since I don't think we have very many focuses, if any, that will increase it. So let's go ahead and get this factory assigned. I feel like we got enough going towards support equipment. I almost want to go ahead and start building some of the stuff that we're going to be needing for the Americans. Or we could try and build out our Air Force a bit more. I suppose that'd be a viable option as well. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and build some more fighters. We're going to need a lot more fighters if we want to contend with them. Now, I'm not trying to say that we're ever going to be able to contend with them in the skies, you know, in general. We are not going to have anywhere near the number of planes. What I'm hoping is to have just enough planes to defend one, at least compete for air superiority in the one air zone here. Because remember, they only have so many states where they have air bases in, and those air bases only house so many planes. And then they also have the distance, so they're going to have the efficiency penalty as well. So I don't think it's impossible for us to gain control of the sky here, or at least, at the very least, contend so that they're not getting those bonuses. So we have the improved artillery upgrade too. Excellent. That's that plus 10%. And I don't really see the point on getting these here until we actually have them in our units. So let's see what we want to get next. I know that we have most of these done, if not all of them. Yeah, we actually have all of them done. So don't need any of those. Could go ahead and start getting the special forces stuff. And that would be helpful for those mountain troops that we have. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll get that. Do we want to build more mountain troops if we can? I don't think we actually can. Yeah, we need to build more regular troops, more Jaguar warriors. So I think we'll go ahead and get some of those guys building. We are lacking, of course, the support equipment. That's okay. And manpower is kind of getting a little bit low at this point as well. So probably don't want to get too many more of these. But I think we do want, obviously, a bit more troops here. So let's go ahead and go with the maybe four divisions. We'll go 5 divisions total. All right. We have the infantry equipment, so that's the main reason why they weren't really lacking equipment at all, since we have a lot of infantry equipment. A lot of it is outdated, though, so there's that to keep in mind. So we do have the war goals here, don't we? Yeah, we do. Okay, I forgot about that. So we want to go declare war now. I was like, what am I doing? I should be fighting these guys. That's what I should be doing. So let's go and declare war. Again, Americans can't join us until they do that. Can't join the war until they... Oh, we can actually see what they're doing here now. You can see all their focuses. Very, very nice. So let's go ahead and actually kind of dip through this and see exactly what they've been working on, since, again, we want to keep our eye on the Americans. So they did do the Continue the New Deal. We already knew that. Going down the Neutrality Act. They've already gone all the way down to the Manhattan Project there. So that's what they've worked on there. Here's their war plans. They've gone after the Japanese one and the German one. The Selective Training Act route is the one they're currently working on right now. Okay, so that's going to give them some very nice bonuses for their military. And they didn't do as many naval ones as I thought they had. They've only done 2 so far. Okay, so that's how they're looking. But you can see here that they haven't gone down the Monroe one, so we're good to go. So let's go and declare war. And just hope they don't join any factions. We won't pull our allies in, because again, I don't feel like it's necessary. It should be a fairly easy and quick war. And again, we'll try and avoid... What's worse, the mountains or the jungles as far as attack? It looks like they're exactly the same, but of course the jungles, you do have the penalties there. So I feel like we should just kind of avoid the mountains in that particular case. Let's go and have these guys come here, just get a little bit closer, and go ahead and get them flying overhead, giving us those bonuses. And what we're going to do is we're going to just attack here and avoid this province right there. So we'll just take like 3 of these guys. Get them attacking over that way. And then have like 5 attack here, the other 2 attacking here. We'll see how that looks. Alright, pretty good. Again, this is the capital, so that's the main one we have to win. Can't go ahead and support this, I suppose, since these guys aren't attacking. But yeah, we'll just avoid attacking both of these 2 provinces. Simply because, you know, it's easier going through the plains here. And again, that's all we really have to take, I think. And Venezuela did declare war on the Netherlands. Alright, that's a real bummer. So our faction will now find themselves at war with the Allies. The Venezuelans have forced it, unfortunately. Oh, this is why they wanted that. They wanted to go after him there. So that's a shame. That will result in the British getting pulled in. But America's not in the Allies yet. But, of course... Eventually they will be. We do have another dockyard. Again, really nothing to build. We need to maybe get some... I think we should probably get some submarine decks, guys. Yeah, I think we're going to get some submarine decks going. Just so we can build something with our dockyards rather than just continuing building up convoys. I think it would be good. So that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and get some submarine techs, I suppose. And yeah, we just took the capital. That was enough to get them to capitulate. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Get them moving over there and get their planning bonus back up. So I get this question a lot. in my videos, because I manually control my divisions for the most part. And so people ask why I even bother with a planning bonus, because I think that you don't get the planning bonus if you manually control the divisions. You do. You get the planning bonus regardless of if you actually put it under AI control or not. However, there is a penalty. If you manually control the divisions, regardless of whether you're manually controlling the divisions or the AI is, if you're doing attacks and you're moving, then you're losing planning bonus. The penalty is that if you're manually controlling them and manually attacking them, manually giving them orders, then you lose that planning bonus quicker. So that's the penalty. But you still do get it. You absolutely still get it. So that's the reason why I do get the planning bonus, despite the fact that I control them manually. For the start of the war, you'll have a planning bonus, and that's when you want it. So what all do we still need here? We got our planes going. We're not building any tactical bombers, but that's okay. I don't feel like we need to build those. What all else do we need, though? We need to get the anti-air, anti-tanks, and the tanks. So those are all things I'd like to get building. So let's go and start with the light tanks, I think. So we can do a light tank division. Now, we don't really have any army experience for those yet. I suppose we could wait. Yeah, because we don't really have any of this stuff for them. This is what we'll do. We'll start on the anti-air. Again, I just want to start getting a little bit of stockpile for when we add those to a division. We might do a completely separate division design. I didn't realize we hadn't annexed them yet. And yeah, we're still getting this here, but I don't expect that to be an issue. We're getting more powerful while they are not. Portugal's still justifying on us. It's hard to say exactly what's going to happen here. It does look like the Venezuelans are not winning against the Dutch right now. Yeah, they're not winning. Has the British, yeah. So you can see here, are we at war with, we shouldn't be. We haven't been asked, pulled into it yet, which is interesting that they didn't ask us to come in. It does seem that they haven't pulled anybody else in. This has been a restricted conflict. So they might be able to go ahead and gain all this territory here. Yeah, I think they'll be able to get all control of all that. All right, that'll end up working out very well for the Venezuelans. Of course, the problem here is that this is now in American hands. So if America joins the Allies, then I think you're going to see some serious issues there for Venezuela. Serious issues. I think America will very much concentrate their military here in the Americas now. Some people are worried about they're going to go to Europe. I don't expect them sending much to Europe at this point. They'll probably send a little bit to the British to help defend there, but I think their main concentration will be on our faction, guys. They are trying to call us into war now, and I'm actually likely to refuse that. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to refuse this, guys. That's interesting that it mentions them. But anyways, we're going to refuse that. I don't see any point on joining the war right now. Here's the problem. If we join, then that could result in the Americans being more likely to join the Allies, and then we find ourselves at war with them when we might not be ready yet. I'd prefer to, like, join when I'm ready to. And I don't think they need our assistance at this moment. I feel like they're fine. They're not having any issues. They should be able to get all this territory conquered, and the British aren't likely to focus very much on this territory. And this also allows our allies to conquer all the British and French territories in the Caribbean. I'm fine with them taking that. The main thing I want here is Central America, and then after that, obviously I want all that American territory that's rightfully ours. Do we have the planning bonus here? Up enough. Looks like we're almost there. Now, they don't have any troops, so I don't have to get the planning bonus up. I don't see any reason why not to wait, guys. And we're just going to go ahead and decline these call to arms. We're not interested in doing that. We are almost to the 150 political power to become the spy master, which I do want to do. They're working on support Rock Island right now. Okay. Let's give them some research bonuses. And so yeah, I really want to get that done as soon as we get to the 50 political power, become the spy master. We got construction 5. Let's go to excavation next. For whatever resources we happen to have, we are lacking several key resources, unfortunately. You just kind of see there's a resource map here. Here we go. Kind of show what we've currently got. Again, oil and steel and chromium mainly. A little bit of tungsten there. Enough to fulfill our needs for right now. But yeah, definitely lacking aluminum, which we're having to trade for. and we'll probably continue to have to trade for it, and we should make sure we're not trading for anything we don't need to. Obviously, rubber, we're going to have to trade for that too, for likely the rest of the game, unless we get ourselves some refineries, which maybe we want to do that, especially once we go to war with the Allies. We won't be able to trade with them any longer. That's another reason not to join the conflict yet. Now, if we did join the conflict, we could conquer this territory from the British, so we'd be able to grab that from them. But that would be the only real advantage I see. Yeah, there's just no real advantage to joining the Allies right now. We did get another military factory. Excellent. So we could go ahead and start stockpiling some anti-tanks. But I think we're just going to work on anti-air for right now. Let's go ahead and focus on fixing our issues, which we are still lacking support equipment, guys. So I'm going to trade for that. We are lacking steel as well. What's that affecting? It's affecting the convoys, so I don't care. We won't trade for any more steel. I'm just not worried about the convoy production. We're doing very, very well on convoys, which is the reason why I was saying that we need to get like a naval tech here. All right, so we got civilian factories open. I suppose we should go ahead and get more military factories. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. We could also get fuel silos so that we could stockpile a bit more, because, you know, we're full, but that's not really not very much fuel because we can't really get much. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and do some stockpiling, guys. Let's go ahead and get one fuel silo, and then we'll also do another military factory right here. All right, we have 18 civilian factories currently, so that's good. And we can now become spy master, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, excellent. So we are now spy master, and I think there's one more we can get. There's one more. First slot by building intelligence agency. Other slots will be a 5th upgrade. So we have to get a 5th upgrade to get one more. But we'll also have the operatives that we're going to get from having our faction and all the members that we currently have. So we're doing pretty nice in that regard. I wish we could have changed during one of these wars, changed the mobilization. I've just never had 112 political power, you know, when we're actually at war. I suppose that'd be one reason to wait for this, but you know what? We can do that for Panama. I think we should have our planning bonus up. Let's go and declare war, guys. I think we could have done this a little while ago. I was waiting for the planning bonus, and then I think I waited a little bit too long. Let's go and move these guys a little bit closer now. Make sure they can support us. Again, this should be a fairly easy conflict overall. How do we want to do this? Yeah, just straight up attack. Nothing fancy here. Again, just very easy conquest against, you know, smaller countries. And Costa Rica just joined the Allies, so it looks like we're going to be forced into conflict with the Allies. And this has actually gone to Venezuela, unfortunately. We'll have to pull them in. Or, I mean, excuse me, when we are actually at war with the Allies and the British, which they should declare war on us soon, then we'll have to request that from Venezuela. I don't know if they'll immediately give it to us or not, but hopefully they will. Eventually, once we get enough war participation, they should grant it to us. So yeah, we are now at threat, guys, of the Americans, and we will accept any non-aggression pacts from Axis forces, Axis countries, I should say. So yeah, because of them joining the Allies, that does result in us having an issue. So let's go ahead and take some of these Red Army troops and get them moving up to the north here, because we're not going to need this many, first of all, for this in Panama. That's just not that big of an issue. We'll just take 4 of these guys and get them moving to the north. Get them up to 16 divisions currently. And remember, we're only defending the fortified provinces. Now, you notice we did get some additional forts from that one focus, but I think most of those were coastal forts. You know, let's take a look, actually. Let's see what we've got here. So a level 3 there, and then we have, because they gave us 1 fort there apparently, then we have all our level 2s done. Oh, no. I built a level 3 there. That's right, because that was kind of a weak point. I remember now. This is where we got fortifications. Those are land forts that we got all through here. And we also got some coastal forts for the ports. When we go to war with the Americans, we're going to need to defend our ports with this army here. So we really need to get this Panama conflict done soon. They'll likely join the Allies, as you'd expect. So we are now at war with the Allies, but I don't think the British have been called in just yet. There's Iran coming in, Denmark. So they'll slowly get pulled in. We'll go ahead and accept all these non-aggression pacts from the Axis. Oh, they got the Bohemian Empire over here. That's some empire they have, isn't it? It's impressive. So let's go ahead and get these assigned. We've got another military factory, and again, I'm just going to put it towards this damn support equipment so we try and get this resolved here. And then the dockyards, I mean, really no choices here until we get something built there. And I know that we have steel shortages, but I'm not going to deal with it right now. Still haven't pulled the British in yet, and in order to take control of this, we do have to have the British pulled into the conflict. There we go. All right, so let me see if they'll give it to us. Probably not. It is green though. And where's this one? Over there. Okay, so we're not gonna ask for that. They would actually give it to us though. Well, they're willing to give me it. I mean, I'm willing to take it. That is gonna solve our aluminum issues. Hell yeah. Hopefully they'll defend our territory for us. Yeah, let's go ahead and ask them for control of both these territories then. Yeah, because they're not interested in it. And that'll solve all the aluminum issues that we have. I wasn't expecting that to go down that way. Alright, so they've accepted. We now have this territory here, and thus we are no longer, we shouldn't be short on aluminum any longer. So let's go ahead and say we don't need that anymore, and that'll give us those civilian factories back. Excellent. Yeah, very, very good. Won't trade for steel unless it's impacting something other than, yeah, it's just impacting convoys, so I don't really care. Okay. So we now have control of that territory there and all the beautiful, beautiful aluminum there. And interestingly, they won't give us this one though. Or excuse me, this one. Are they interested in that one? Is that why they won't give it to us? Do they not have? Yeah, it's not even an option to ask for it. Maybe that's just because I just asked them for something. Yeah. They can't give it to us. Okay. Strange. They did declare war on Iceland. Okay, why? Yeah, they just declared war on Iceland. They're democratic too. I don't know why they did that. But yeah, they declared war on Iceland. Very interesting. So again, just some major differences from history here in this series with our random focuses on. And another non-aggression pact offer, we're going to accept that. We'll be ending the episode here soon, guys. We don't really need the planning bonus here, so let's just get this started. You already know they're going to join the Allies. Let me see how close our troops are to getting up there. Maybe we should wait until they get up north. Since again, we do have to worry about the Americans joining the Allies. I don't know when exactly that's going to happen. We'll just have to wait and see, but it does look like the Venezuelans are actually winning here now, so that's good to see. And they almost have that territory conquered as well. And I can't ask them, never mind. I was going to say, I think we might be able to ask them for that. So yeah, they're pulling all their countries in. So we do need to pay attention for potential naval invasions that might end up happening. I think they'll likely be busy, but it's a possibility. So this is the coastal defense plan. This gives you a 15% division attack and defense bonus on core territory. We're gonna say we don't need to be notified of that. Who are we not at war with? Okay, this is just the Allies. So this will stop us from having to sit here and wait. I was waiting for these troops, that's right. I was waiting for these troops to get up north. So once they get up north, then we'll declare war on Panama. I thought I had, by pulling them all in, I had avoided that situation, and them slowly pulling everybody in, but looks like that wasn't the case. So getting these troops up here again, I'm just kind of worried that the Americans will get pulled in soon. You can see that they're all pumping their troops down south now, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. I wonder what they're planning on doing. Like, what are our allies going to do with all their troops? Because there's not really anywhere to fight but right there. Because there's no... and Brazil never joined our faction after we did that focus. we should probably focus on getting, with our political power, getting those decisions so that we can get other countries into the faction. These ones are 50 political power to integrate them, and then it'll give us those cores. Huh. Oh, okay, we have to completely integrate the South before we can do those. So yeah, we probably want to go ahead and invite more countries into the faction, and so that's what we'll do. Interesting that you can invite the Netherlands in. Huh. I mean, they're at war with us, so I don't know how that would work. But yeah, maybe we'll try. It would have been nice if we had done that before Venezuela declared war on them. Obviously, there's no way to do that now. I think Brazil should be the key here, though. They should be the first one we invite. But it'd be interesting to have ones with the Netherlands. I assume they would just turn us down, but I guess we'll have to see. And more countries joining into the conflict. And we got our assembly line protection. Excellent. All right, so let's go and get something selected here. Not doing the planes yet. We haven't gotten that focus yet. Just looking for other options. We're already getting that one there. We already got all the mountain ones. Yeah, it looks like there's not really too many good options to go for right now. Could go and get the medium tanks. I don't know if we're going to use medium tanks or not. Production is likely to be somewhat limited, so I don't know if we'll be able to get that. Oh yes, that's right. I said I was going to do some type of ship. We already have early submarine hulls. Let's go for the 1936 submarines now. We'll get that so that we can build some submarines, guys, because I think that'd be useful. We'll get that going. And did we get our troops up here? It's good enough. Yeah, so let's go ahead and declare war. And this is actually where we're going to end the episode, guys, with the declaration of war against Panama. So we'll kind of sweep through here. We're not bringing our allies in. This is going to be a problem here, though. I want to get control of this, and we can't actually do naval invasions. So what we'll have to do is come over here and then conquer this and then ask them for it. I suppose we could... I want full control of the state. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. Just take one of these divisions and then have them come up over this way and then ask them for... No, we can't attack for neutral territory. So we have to pull them in. Okay. Yeah, we have to pull them in and just hope that they will give me access to it. I suppose the best thing to do would be to use our own division. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So that we get the bonuses here. So let's go and go here. And nope, that's not the best way to go. That's right, we don't have access to there, so... There's no ports up along here. This is very clearly probably the slowest way in. Can't ask them, can't go through there. What about here? And then up. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So let's just move them here. And then from here, we'll even have them take the railroads real quick. And I absolutely need to end this episode right now. Let's get that done. There we go. So I was trying to have happen. And then from there, they'll move up on the railroads up to there. And we'll attack from that direction before we pull Columbia in. We'll make sure we have that division there. But for right now, we can just go and attack right here. And that should be easy win there, yeah. All right. And of course, Panama has joined the Allies, as you'd expect. All right, so we're going to end the episode here with the final invasion here in Central America before we have all Central America under our control, and then we can start working on getting that territory cored to get all the good bonuses from that, and not have to occupy it anymore. We won't have to worry about any of this here, where we are using some manpower and equipment there, so quite a lot there, 3.6 thousand. So yeah, that'll save us on the manpower and save us on the equipment from having to occupy that territory, and of course we'll get full use of it as well. All the resources and all the factories that they have here. So that'll be super helpful. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. I do expect the United States will join the Allies, eventually, sooner rather than later, and it's going to happen. And then we'll find ourselves at war with the United States. So we definitely need to get more troops up on this border here, and we could even pull back to our fortified line if necessarily, if that's the best thing for us to do. Then maybe pull back to the fortified line so that we can focus on defending that. I think it goes right here. Yeah, this is where it would be, and try and get those nice mountain bonuses. But yeah, with maybe 3 divisions in each province, I do feel that we would be able to do all right on the defense against the Americans. Hopefully, if we can get those forts built up. So we're going to need to start building more forts soon. Probably next episode, actually. We'll start that. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, and thanks for watching.